Okay, so good morning, everybody. Let me just see that everything is working here. You can see I am not at the office today. I'm having the flexibility to also work from home. Great. Okay, I know it's working. That is lovely. So let's see. What are we doing this morning? So I want to share some information, some of my observation, what not to do when starting a business. So yes, I see there are already some viewers in. Lovely. If you can hear and see me, just send me a thumbs up, or maybe also write in the comments if you plan to start a business or if you want to expand your business. I will just let me start with introducing myself first. My name is Dagmar Breiling-Marais. I'm the CEO and, most important, the funding strategist here at Funding Connection, and we having a great team, and we assist entrepreneurs raising capital. We do that through lots of advisory. We assess your business idea. We are straightforward with you, and we will let you know if Smindler, good morning, lovely. And we let you know if you have a chance, a great chance, not just a chance, not a small little chance, a proper chance to raise capital for your venture. Not each and every great business idea is fundable. That is the harsh reality. And specifically, if you want to start your first business, make it bulletproof. Yeah, make sure you have everything in place so that this will be a success story. And okay, anybody else in here, just write some comments so that I can see if you are here. So I hope the sound is also good. I don't have my mic here at home, so I'm in the middle of moving, but of course also still working. And Leander, good morning. And yes, try here to manage everything. Do I try? No, I'm managing everything. That's the right word. Good morning. Lovely. Okay. So there are definitely a couple of things what you should do. Oh, let me just see. Acacia Electric looking good today. Thanks very much. Good morning. Gigi confirmed loud and clear. I'm here, the fighter, Sparmandler. Yes, I think we all sometimes feel like firefighters. That's absolutely normal. So there is definitely nothing wrong with it. I think the first thing, if you are a newsletter subscriber, you know that I've done a survey, and I just read this morning before this meeting the answers again, and there are lots of things like people don't know what they don't know, okay, or they think they know, and this is not true. You have no idea how many times Ephraim, good morning. Fundu, good morning. Elizabeth, good morning. That people say, I'm a startup, I will not be able to raise capital. That's not true. That's why we was it last week when I had how to raise capital for a startup? It is possible. And only because your neighbor says, oh, I tried it, I went to one of the commercial banks and they said no. No, that is, the commercial bank can't do this. But there are other people, other definitely government institutions, they can finance this. Do you need to have your ducks in a row? Yes. Yeah. So one other comment was there are too many red tabs. No, red tapes. Not tabs, tapes. And this, is it easy? No. Is it simple? Yes. Okay, so I don't know, only because somebody else said you need to jump a couple of hurdles. What, do you want to give up and say, okay, so now I need to register my company, that's too complicated for me, I'm giving up? I can't believe this, so I think as an entrepreneur, your number one is you learn a lot. Okay, my recommendation to everybody is just start. Yeah, the biggest what not to do when starting a business is not to start. Okay, if you don't start, you have no chance. There will be no success story at all. So you would need to start, and then one step after the other. And I'm sure you saw me before. I'm always saying it is like a big puzzle. Okay, and you just, even if you say, I don't know this, but I know this, make some research there, and then at the end, everything will fall into place. Or you will see, oh, there are some problems here. I need to tackle this. What do I need to change so that it fits together? Yeah. So this is starting is the biggest problem. Believing other people when they say it's not possible, or believing other people when they say there is too many red tapes. That is crazy, So why? I'm sure lots of you also have a driver's license. Is the test difficult? In Germany it is. The written test is difficult. Lots of people will fail. Oh, I can fail, so I don't even start. That's the wrong attitude, So if you want to do this, you need to believe in yourself that you can do this. And will you make mistakes? I promise you that. I promise you that. But mistakes and failure is part of your success story. Yeah. My coach was it last week or 2 weeks ago? She said lots of people think the road to success goes like this, and there's always a hole you are falling in, and then you're going out, and then there's the next hole, and then you have a success, and then you have a failure. And she said, that's not like this. There's success, there's failure. And the next step of success, the failure is the building block. Yeah? And then there is another failure, and then there is a success. You see this? So they build on top of each other. Without the failures, you would not be able to do the next step. Yeah? So don't get discouraged if the road looks a little bit too bumpy, and if you think starting a business is hectic. I'm sure we may have a couple of people in here. They are already trading. Let me tell you, if you're running a business with a team, that is also a bumpy road. Yeah, there's always one challenge after the other, but you have a challenge, you learn from it. The next step is now success again. Yeah. Komotso, good morning. Luro, good morning. Alex, again, good morning. Lovely to see you all here. Yeah. So if there's anybody trading already, just let me know. I think last time I asked if you feel like a firefighter, and everybody, I think there was only one person who said he didn't feel, or she didn't feel like a firefighter. So obviously everything is well managed there. I am impressed, but most entrepreneurs definitely feel like a firefighter, specifically in the beginning. Later on, you have a team also to help you with the firefighting. Yeah. So, and then you are only as a CEO, you are only the get out when the big guns are required. Yeah. So Again, don't believe what other people say. Make informed decision. If you are not sure, I have an absolutely great team. You can contact us via our Facebook page, via Messenger here, on our website fundingconnection.co.za. There's a contact form. We have a chat. My team is there. They are able to answer, I always say, 95% of your questions. Yeah? And they will be able to say, yes, this is possible. And they say also clearly to you, your chances are just too small. This will be challenging. Or they say, that's possible, but you need to have this in place. Yeah? Don't rely on third person information. That's definitely number one. Number two is red tapes. Is it a walk in the park, starting a business? Nope. But if it would be a walk in the park, everybody would do this. And remember that success comes also with failure. Okay, so with some challenges, then it would all be like this, and there would be no growth at all. Yeah. So now, believe in yourself. Most important. Okay, if you don't think you can do that, if you are not willing to do what needs to be done, so that is already challenging. You will fail then. You will not be able to start a business. Yeah. So, and the biggest problem is not starting at all. Okay, everybody's listening to everybody else and say, oh no, I can't do this, I can't do this. They want annual financial statements from me, but I'm a startup, so I can't apply for funding. No, that's not true. Yeah. Okay, so there are some funds out there, they only finance expansion. But I promise you there are enough funds out there to also do startups. Yeah. So, and then we come into all these practical things. This is now all these soft challenges. So make sure you have a clear market research. Lots of people just say, oh, I think that should be good, and I think everybody needs this, so let's start this business. But if anybody needs it, does not mean that they want it and are willing to pay for it. Or our people are willing to pay for a specific price. You, of course, also need to make sure this is a profitable business. Yeah? Wussy. Auctioned industrial property, can one get funding for? This will be difficult, keep in mind, because you need to apply for financing definitely through government institutions, okay? And you need the money at a specific time. That can be a little bit challenging because government institutions usually would need 2 to 3 months, so, and you need to have everything in place. That's always a difficult situation with auction. Yeah. Okay. So, what did market research? The second part is, and that's also what you remember that I mentioned. We've done a survey, and lots of people say, "Oh, I'm trying to do a business plan. I don't know how to do that. I don't know what to do. I'm scared even to start, or I've done it, but I don't feel like it is fundable." So there are a couple of solutions. If you've done a business plan, I personally do business plan assessments. That means I go through your business plan, I have a look at it, I'll give you a list what needs to be fixed, what information is missing, what is not clear, in some cases also what is not fundable. Okay, and then you have two options. You can say, thanks very much, Dagmar, that helped me a lot, I will change everything according to it and I submit on my own. Or you say, I can see definitely there are big holes in my business plan, maybe I need an expert on my side. And then I'm always sending you a quote with it and say, okay, we can do that for you. Make sure this is what you have in place, and we will also tell you this is how much we charge for the amendments to the business plan. Maybe in some cases we need to do a new financial forecast. And then as a third step also the assistance to raise the capital. Yeah, we want you to have the opportunity to pick and choose what you really need. Yeah. Gigi, true. Stuck now. Want to do a business plan? Do your assessment with fees? Yes, we're charging a cute 550 Rand, and I personally will do the business plan assessment. I usually do 2 a day just to give you a little bit of an idea. So we are submitting on a weekly basis to all the government institutions. We are doing 30 to 40 business plans a month. We raised over 70 billion Rand in funding here over the last 10, 12, 15, 12, let me just see, 14 years. Okay, so we know what we are doing there, and there's really an expert checking your business plan and giving you a structured report what you need to fix. Yeah. Let me tell you, 99% of all the business plans I've seen are not good. I had another word in my head. I didn't want to use it. So they are definitely not fundable. There is critical information missing. The business idea is not even profitable, you know. So of course a business needs to be profitable. You need to be able to pay for yourself as entrepreneur. Plus you also need to be able to repay the loan. If you can't do this, this is not a business, it's a hobby. Yeah. And I'm always harsh with this. That is just the reality. It is a hobby if you do not make money with your business. Yeah. Gigi, pleasure. Okay. So let me just see. I made some notes here on my extra list. So make sure you have a proper business plan. And with proper business plan, I really mean a bankable one with financial projections. Lots of people, what I see is most business plans I'm assessing, I can see the passion of the entrepreneurs. What's great. Okay, this is definitely what you want to see. But they forget to show the financiers the business model. Yeah, how much money do they need? For what do they need the money? How will they tackle the market? How do they have access to the market? How will they be able to repay the loan? Yeah, these basic informations in the business model are lots of times ignored. You know, then I'm seeing in the financial forecast we're making R1 million a month. And I'm saying, okay, that's great. So how many units are you selling? I don't know. For how much do you sell a unit? I'm not too sure. How can you come up with R1 million if you don't know for how much you're selling something and how many units you are selling? That's thumb sucking, you know. And then people come to me and say, oh, yeah, business plan is thumb sucking in the first place. It is. There are lots of unknown aspects specifically for a startup, but there are also lots of aspects usually entrepreneurs are not clear enough about to help to make it less thumb sucking and more with a reality check. Yeah. Okay. Marketing is, for me, marketing is not so important. For financiers too, the most important thing is really your sales. How do you tackle the market? Are you able to get access to customers? Do you have offtake agreements in place? Yeah, if it's business to business, you should be able to get offtake agreements. Another business need to be able to commit and say, as soon as you're ready, we will use you. We will order 100 units a month, and we are paying you 20,000 Rand a unit. Gigi, I once purchased toilet paper business plan. Is it possible to retrieve it again? We have a look if we have it in our system. Yeah. So we don't have all of it. It depends on how long ago that is. So, but definitely just contact my office, please, Gigi, and then we just have a look and see what is done there. Depends also how long ago it is. Was it before COVID? That means the research is maybe not up to date. That means also maybe your customers you planned at that time maybe moved on to another supplier. You see, so but we'll have a look at it, Gigi, and just see, okay, what do you want to do now? Maybe we just need to do some amendments for it to be able there to help you. Again, we will pick you up where you are stuck. Yeah. Okay, so let me just go back to my list. Okay, marketing is on one part. It is important, but really strong is for if you have offtake agreements, business to business transactions. If you want to do some retail and maybe in a mall or something like this, franchises are fundable, also all the food franchises. Then you need to have an in-depth a target market analysis. Who's living in your area? Who will use you? So if you are bed and breakfast, who will visit you? Will this be national guests, international guests? So this is what we need to have a look. Elizabeth is looking for a plan for a saloon. I'm sure it is a hair salon. We are definitely able to assist you there. Yeah. Tato, I'm running a business which under 6 months old. Could please assist with the essentials that are required for the business to be successful? Tato, we are definitely able to do that. It's definitely not here in this. This is really a little bit, that's complex. It's not done quickly in 15-20 minutes. Maybe we come back there next Monday, Tato. I hope that helps you, so starting a business, what do you need? Yeah. Sinkobile, need assistance of a resort business plan. Okay, so let me just do this here for you. You have two options: Facebook Messenger. Okay, so Cherise and Kamala there to assist you. Or you can also go to our website. Let me just see that. fundingconnection.coza. There's a contact page. Okay, there's a specific contact page. You can contact us, but you also have the opportunity. There is chat coming up, and there are two options for you. Either way, via email on this live chat, or on this live chat, and if it is outside of our working hours, then you get this information via email sent, or there's also an opportunity to do WhatsApp. Yeah, and we also have on this contact page, there's a WhatsApp number. I know that lots of people like to use this WhatsApp number, and Cherise is most of the time on WhatsApp and assists you there. Yeah, and she can guide you and she answers you all the questions. Satwa, you need a license, an operating license. Okay, business operating license. I need to know which sort of business you want to operate, and then my team is able to assist you there. Okay, how do you handle a business plan if there's an influx of a market? Do they still fund things? Ima, I'm not too sure what you mean. So you mean there are lots of competitors coming out? Then this can be a problem. Okay, and you know what? Why would you want to start a business when you know you have lots of competitors? That makes no sense to me. Or you are so confident, Ima, and you say, you know what, I know that they are all thinking this is an easy business, but I have the expertise and the experience. Okay, that's something different. Yeah. So even when I started Funding Connection, so I'm always I want you to understand these things. That's why I'm sharing this information with you. So I was of course aware that there are people out there that do business plans. And my first idea was really to assist with the application process. But then I had a look at the business plans, and they were majority was just not fundable. The important information was not in these business plans. That means I had no chance to have anybody to raise capital with it. That's when I decided, okay, so I've done similar things in Germany, so I know what needs to be in a business plan and how it needs to be presented. I talked to all the government institutions in the beginning when I started, get a little bit of feedback. What do they need? How do they want things to be done? And because, like I said before, we are submitting on a weekly basis, we know exactly if they change something, what they don't really publish. Yeah. Or they say, okay, we need this now, or we had some problems here, that's why we don't finance this. This is information we give on to all of you, also through our newsletter. Do you have with franchise purchase across all sectors I would like to purchase Motorspares franchise. Okay, so let me just clarify one thing. Okay, so Funding Connection is a private consulting firm. We do not offer finance or funding at all. We assist entrepreneurs to raise funding, and of course, first prize is always having a look if there are some grants available, some loans, maybe even some loans with reduced interest rates. Yeah, we have a look what suits you best. Yeah. So in general, Motorspares are definitely possible, but financiers, NEF and CIFA figured out that some of the franchisors don't play nicely with them, so they excluded them. So if there is something you want to do, you have a specific franchise in mind, get in contact with us. We just have a look which motors spare franchise they will finance. Okay, Zotwa, I'm doing colon hydrotherapy of private homes where I'm renting a room. Okay, that's great. But there's a lot of competition in almost every industry, for example, inside the malls. Ima, let me tell you one thing. There's always two sides. If there is no competition at all and you're the first time entrepreneur and nobody knows about your product or your invention, nobody really sees a need, this is really difficult to start a business in there. Yeah. Having some sort of competition is usually good. Think about how you make decisions. Let's say you're going into a mall and you are thinking about what do I want to eat. Okay. And then you have a choice between, I don't know, Ocean Basket, Steers, and a coffee shop and a donut shop. Okay. They are not really competing, maybe at lunchtime I prefer my fish. Maybe at 3 o'clock I would go to I feel like a donut, and maybe during another time I feel more like a steak. Yeah. So there is as soon as there is a Steers, a Spurs, and I have no idea who else does. Here in Hillcrest we have a butcher block next to each other. Then I would be a little bit concerned. My husband and I, we were just talking about, we were here in a mall next, 10, 15 minutes away from where we are staying, and there was a nice coffee shop, what is it, Vida Cafe, there was a Woolies coffee shop, plus downstairs, and all, it just separated. These two were close to each other, and downstairs, just an escalator down, was a coffee shop. They did everything for 12 rand, and we thought, they are killing each other. Yeah. But that is also, of course, something when you want to go into a mall, just make sure maybe they have, okay, there's only one fish place in this mall. And if I'm renting it, there's no other person able to do fish. Yeah, you see, so having alternatives or having choices is usually nice for us as consumers. If it is too big competition, it's not good for us as entrepreneurs. Tuckshop funding. There's a specific fund available, yes, from CIFA. We are definitely able to assist you. Yeah, Ini, can you help with the business plan and funding for a niche personal agency? It is not enough information. Yeah. Can I please ask you, Jaini, to contact my team so that I get a little bit more clarity? Yeah. Elizabeth, the cost of the plan is, it always depends on your investment amount. The more money you want to apply for, the more details need to be in the business plan, you know. So let's we start with mini business plans. They are good for up to 400,000 rand, and please, it's inclusive of financial forecast. I saw some of my competitors, they do business plans without a financial forecast. That's useless. You will not be able to raise any capital with it. Yeah, and they are 3,000 rand. Does this really cover our costs for drafting, using my team, drafting them? No, not really. For us, what we are doing here is enterprise development. Yeah. So, but of course, my motivation is, I know SMMEs, entrepreneurs, are the backbone of an economy. Yes, I've got a master's in economics. I studied in Germany. This is something what I know. This is something what motivates me. I'm living here in South Africa, so I want this economy to grow and to thrive. And because the more people are starting their business, the more people are getting employed. Not everybody is an entrepreneur. I am aware of this, you know. So you also need good staff. Or maybe there is somebody who says, you know what, I'm not ready to start my own business, but let me start in a smaller business, learn lots of things, and then later on I can start my own business. Yeah, this is all part of this. This is what motivates me, and this is why we are doing what we are doing. Mzuvukile, is it possible to get funding for a reseller? I stock clothing, then sell it. Mzuvukile, the trick is, in general, yes, but if it's imported products, raising capital from government institutions will be difficult. Let me just clarify this again, because lots of people misunderstand that. You're buying stock from, let's say, China, you are importing it to South Africa, you don't do anything with it, you are selling it. Yeah, not possible. You're buying stock from China, you are importing it, you are assembling things, you want to sell it, then there are some possibilities. Not everything is possible, but some. You want to buy here in South Africa? No, we do that differently. Okay, so somebody else is importing the products from for you. You're buying it from this importer, and then you are selling it. This is possible. And you're buying equipment from China or from Germany, you know. So, and then you are manufacturing here with this equipment products. That is, again, in most cases, 99% of the cases, fundable. Yeah, so it's difficult to say general rules because there's always exclusions. Keep in mind all these funds, grants and loans, 20 pages, rules and regulations. You know, in most cases, I understand you need to be able to read between the lines. That's the challenge. Yeah, so, but it's definitely possible, and so this, you can do that. The challenge is, of course, I would like to have then also a look at if your profit margins are high enough to be able really to make this profitable. Because if you are raising capital for buying a product in bulk and then selling it, your profit margins need also to cover the interest rate. And that is, again, something what I see in lots of business plans. I have seen people forgetting that, you know, that they need to repay the loan, that they need to apply and repay the interest rate, that's a challenge. Yeah. Okay, let me just go back to my list. I love this when it goes like this. Okay, so you ask me questions. I personally always think that's the most fun here for all of us. Choosing the wrong team or partners. Yes. Be careful, specifically with partners, with business partners. I'm always saying this. You have no idea how many people sit in my office and say, Dagmar, we need to get rid of my business partner. And then it's difficult. I'm always joking and say it's like a marriage. Yeah. Make sure you're both on the same path. You have the same goals. Will things change as we all evolve in our personal growth? Yes, you know, so, but that is also why it is important if you have a life partner, so a husband or a wife, and or a business partner, that you do these things together to just grow in the right direction. Okay. Another thing is what I'm always saying is, specifically if you want to start a business, I would see, okay, who's my customer? Who do I need to talk to? What do they want? Interview them. And then not interview one or two, interview a couple of them, you know, 50, 100, depends on how wide your customer base also will later be. The more you have interviewed, the better your understanding is about your target market, what they are looking for, what they're willing to pay for it, what are they expecting. So this is important, and incorporate this. Also something what we all the time do here at Funding Connection, when we have customers asking us for something specific and we say, we haven't done that before, but definitely part of we assist entrepreneurs raise capital, you know, it's not too far outside. We say, yes, we can do this. And this is long time ago. Our feasibility study was added, our company profile, our pitch decks, you know, it's all part of raising capital, our business valuation packages. Yeah, all these things are included, and our service is always growing. It is valuation, feasibility study, business plan is not far from each other. My team does not really need to learn a totally different skill. You know, we are structuring these services a little bit different. We have somebody here, James, our business plan consultant, is also an internal auditor, so he has good understanding of numbers. So for him, doing these things is easy. Yeah. Okay. So it's not that I now say, okay, we are adding tax consulting services to our service. We would need to hire an extra tax consultant. None of my team member would be able to do that. Yeah. What we do is, of course, we are working closely with the tax consultants just to make sure that our clients have all the documentations and are compliant, so that's not a problem. Yeah. Okay. Managing time effectively. Let me just see. Oh God, there's a long list still. So I had a workshop. Let me just see. Maybe I pick one or two, and if you have any questions, just feel free to put some questions in there. I'm more than happy to answer them. I went to a workshop to Freiburg, okay, and one of the ladies said she has problem with time management, and I said, okay, what are you doing? And then she did, I don't know, catering, beadwork, sewing, selling things in a shop, you know. And I said, no wonder you have no time. You need to concentrate on 2 or 3 aspects. They really bring you money. Okay. And I understand, you know, I'm sure we all have been in a situation where we are desperate. Okay. and so that we just take on what comes along. Okay, I've been there too, I understand this. So, but let me tell you, it's a short-term solution. Long-term, you are drowning. Yeah. So that is one of the problems. That's why we are always sitting down when they do some one-on-one mentorship and consulting sessions. So we are meeting every 2 weeks and just tackle different aspects in their business, what's just burning for the entrepreneurs at that given time. My approach is always, we need to make sure, first of all, sales. No sales and nothing's happening. Okay, so we concentrate on this. At the same time, we make sure that the foundation is strong. You know, where are there at the moment holes? Because you don't want the owners then working 20 hours a day and then breaking down. Yeah, that is not possible. That's not why we are all started our business. Yeah. So that is, so there are a couple of aspects. I'm having a look at the sales, what is lowest hanging fruit, what are things we need to fix immediately to be able also to deliver on the promise they make. Yeah. Okay, so have your business plans been approved by funders, and what is the success rate? Ima, I'm doing this now for 15 years and none of my business plans have been ever approved. That's why all my clients are coming back to me. No, okay? So, like I said, we raised 70 billion rand, nationally and internationally, okay, over the last 14 years. I mentioned that before. Our success rate, if you use our services, business plan and application support, is at a little bit over 80% at the moment. Yeah. And the reason why is financiers love to work with us, because if they're getting a package from us submitted, it is well presented and prepared. Yeah. So for them, it's easy. They just can tick all the boxes. That's why they like this. Yeah. And of course, we also make sure that you have all the documents in place, you know, not saying, oh no, I'm trading, but I don't have annual financial statements. I'm just submitting it like this. You know, for us would be red flag. Okay, why don't you have annual financial statements? Okay, maybe we use a startup company and do this. Yeah. Or somebody explains to me, then, oh yeah, no, the last year was a big loss, or I have no idea, or we don't want my partner in there anymore, and this person needs first to go out. You know, we are advising you how to structure this deal so that the financiers has chances to approve you. Yeah, I hope that answered your question, Ima. Okay, sorry, I just jumped over it. Okay, I hope all the other questions I have answered. Let me just see if there's anything. Yes, there's one thing I think I would like to mention here. And this one thing is definitely compliance. Oh, do we all love this? You know, so I think every entrepreneur is jumping up and down in excitement about compliance, rules and regulations. Yay! Okay, it feels more like it's hindering us to do what we are meant to do instead of really helping. But of course, you know, employees, customers need to be some sort of protected. SaaS, of course, also wants a little bit from us, so we need to send them some information. So this is always something where you please need to make sure that you are compliant. We also do most of the compliance requirements in-house. Some of them are outsourced to one of our funding consultants who's definitely able to assist you there. So just to make sure that you are on solid ground when you are starting, or even when you want to expand, you know, so you need to make sure that you have all your ducks in the row, you know, so, and that there will be challenges You remember that? I promised you this. The entrepreneurship goes not the path is not like this. It goes up, failure, and on this failure the next success is built, and then on this success there's a next failure, because in the next phase, and so on and so on. Yeah, so this is just the normal way it goes. So, and that is why I want you to be aware of it. That's also why, but it's not rocket science. Yeah, so don't, because your neighbor said, oh, you can't raise capital because you are a startup, or you can't raise capital because I have no idea, there are so many red tapes, you will not be able to do that. Everybody says it's so difficult. Oh God, so enjoy the challenges. And you know what, I was employed before, I also was unemployed before, and I know what challenges all these aspects will bring. Are the challenges as an entrepreneur worse? No, I personally don't think so, but it's also for me a way always to grow. So that's how I see it, to perfect Funding Connection, our services for you, so that we all together can grow the economy, creating jobs, creating wealth for yourself and your family, making sure this business is set up nicely so that your children can later on take over and grow this family business further to either a national, maybe even international businesses. Yeah. But as a startup, you just need to make sure that you have your foundation right, and then you can do things step by step. I promise you this. Yeah, I've done that plenty of times with clients, with friends. I'm just consulting somebody at the moment. They're 290,000 Rand sales a month. We will be easily able, we thought it was a 10-year plan when we had our big strategy session. I think it's only a 3-year plan to get them to 7 million a month. Yeah, and it's not big investment. They need peanuts in comparison to the sales. But at the moment we are concentrating on basic things, making sure that they can grow nicely, have all the details, compliance, whatever they require in place, so that they then can jump in different, not from here to there in one jump. Okay, we have phased it out. What needs to happen now? What's the next step? For them to be able really to do that. Because the other side is, of course, entrepreneurs usually love what they are doing. Okay, so, but you also want to have some family life. Yeah, last week I had a young Indian lady there, and I said, you didn't start this business to just be there until 7 o'clock at in the workshop, then come home, feed your kids or kiss them goodnight, and wake up the next morning again. That was not the plan. She was in tears. I really felt bad. I said, so that is what you need now to have a look at. This is not what I want. This is what I want. How do I want it? And set that up accordingly. Yeah. I hope that that was also a little bit more motivational today. Yeah, you can do this. Yeah, is it easy? No. Is it possible? Yes. So, but the rewards are worth it. I promise you this. See me. I'm sitting here at home. I'll do some packing in between. I have some meetings in between. I think I need to have a look at 2 business plans so that they can go out today, so, but I can be at home, so I can manage my time. I can stay away for a couple of days at the office. I have a great team who's able to do so. Money is still coming in each and every day. That's not a problem. Yeah. That's what I want for you. This is my vision for you, and I know you can do that. Okay. Take good care. If you need us, you know how to get hold of us. Facebook Messenger, please use Funding Connection Facebook Messenger. Number 2 is go to our website, fundingconnection.co.za. There is a chat option, there's a contact form. Okay. Okay, to get funding for reseller, I stuck. Okay, so there was something else showing up and then it disappeared. Okay, pleasure. Take good care, everybody. Talk to you soon, either way in the meeting during the week or next week, Monday again. Bye.